Welcome back to the show. I'm Dennis Michael Lynch. Now, before the break, Alfonso, I'm glad you stuck around. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you the floor here for 30 seconds, but I want to lead you with a question that I'd love you to answer. If you say that the illegal immigrants right now are filling jobs that Americans don't want, which is I just think is ridiculous, but I'll go on your word. When we give them work permits, do you think that they're going to want to continue to do the jobs, let's say pick lettuce, when they've got to do it legally? Or do you think they're going to want to start taking better jobs? Do you think they're going to start working for places like United Parcel Service and places like that? And what will that do to the American workers?
No, look, I think the majority of workers that want to come here from abroad don't want to stay here permanently. That's why I think having a good market-based guest worker program is a good idea. They can come here, work temporarily, go back to their home country, and then re-enter the U.S. legally if we need them. I think they're content having good employment where they can generate more, a better salary that the salary that they make in their home countries. And again, I think we need that workforce. They're taking jobs that Americans don't want, or jobs for which there are no Americans of working age.
Alfonso, let me cut in. If you were to say, let's have a better work program for people coming in picking crops, I'm all for that. Although I think we have a pretty good program in place. We're talking about giving work permits to people who are doing construction jobs. Rand Paul said 6 million illegal aliens are doing construction jobs. I have many friends, I have relatives who are great with a hammer, but they cannot get work right now because they get undercut by the illegal aliens in this country. How can you dare say to the American people that they don't want the work?
No, I agree with that. That's why the system is broken.
No, you don't.
American workers are competing against...
Whoa. Alfonso, stop. What is broken? What is broken about Americans not getting the jobs that they want because illegal aliens are filling them in? It's enforcement that's causing that, not the system.
How do you enforce? How do you propose detaining 10 to 30 million people and sending them back home? Do we have the resources to do that?
First of all,
that's impossible.
I'll tell you what.
There's no law enforcement expert that would say that that's possible.
Alfonso, and there's no law enforcement expert. We've had them on the show here today. We're going to have them on the show today, who says that it's possible to do background checks on 10 million people. But the fact of the matter is we don't have 10 million people. We have much more than 10 million people. In fact, Ronald Reagan thought he was going to give amnesty to 1 million people. It turned out to be almost 4 million people. I'm sure we're going to be in that same situation today. What I'm more interested to hear from you, Alfonso, is I want you to tell me, we had a video clip, I wish we could have played it for you, of an American worker who is a construction worker in New York. He's lost everything because of the illegal aliens in this country undercutting him. What would you tell him when you say that they're filling jobs that Americans don't want?
I would say that if he wants to get a job, he should be able to get one in the construction industry. That companies should hire American workers, and only if they can't find American workers, they should be able to hire foreign workers. But you're telling me that if a company tries to hire American workers, they do a good faith effort to find American workers, and they can't find one, that they cannot bring the foreign workers that they need? That's big government telling companies that they can't bring the workforce that they need to grow their business.
No. Alfonso, the President of the United States is going to give an amnesty, or is at least going to attempt to give an amnesty to an incredible amount of people in this country. The impact is going to be unbelievable. You know and I know that the surge now is going to start coming because he's talking this way. We are not going to be able to process this many people. And I'll tell you what, if Newsmax has me back, you are going to be the first person I say I want to interview. Because I'll tell you right now, Alfonso, to me, you don't sound like part of the GOP. You sound to me like somebody who's on the Democrat side protecting the president.
Oh,
but I'll tell you what, I spoke
I'm
a lot. Next time I'm back, you're on. I got to wrap it up. Up next is the best of Give Me 5.